Doc Favors here. Welcome back to another episode of the Double Up Masterclass. We are going to be talking about quantum leaps today. And before we get into it, you all, just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers, man. We don't count it lightly that you all are here with us because you could be anywhere. And so if you have not already, do me a favor, you all, and clap it up for yourself because, hey, we're building a community and we believe that we are here on an assignment because here's what we do. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. Mike Favors, you all, and what I do is I help you strengthen your mind so that you can create a life of freedom through mindset and business coaching and teaching, okay? So you're going to get anything on this channel that talks about trading Forex, that talks about mindset, that talks about, business and things of that nature that we're going to help you do. And right now we're in a master series on this book. Once again, U Squared by Price Pritchett. Very amazing book. We have some great success, you all. One of those small books, but powerful, impactful books, okay? So let's get right into it. Quantum leaps, you all. I want you to look at quantum leaps as if it is a vehicle. Consider this. Who would get into who would want to go somewhere and not have the right vehicle? So, for example, I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida. And if I wanted to get to South Florida, Miami, I could easily get in a car, could get a truck, I could even get a train. That's the vehicle, right? But if I want to go from here, say, to South Africa, okay, a car or a truck wouldn't be the right vehicle, would it? I would need to get on an airplane. And since I've been to South Africa before, it takes about 16 hours. And so you definitely want to have a jumbo airplane. You don't want to have a small jet, right? And so that's what we look at quantum leaps like, you all, because here's something that he says in the book. Quantum leaps, you all, to put it simply, as human beings, we are going to have to reframe our ideas about the universe and how we fit into it. Quantum leap is the vehicle that's going to help you reframe your ideas, you all, your conscious, your thinking. Now, once again, we have a program called Thinking into Results that I'll say more about later on, but I want you to understand that quantum leaps is a vehicle that's going to help you change the way you're thinking. It's going to help change your thought process because that's what it takes, you all, if you really want to experience some quantum leaps. Now, think about it. We already talked about the fly and that true story. We talked about the promise, which was introducing you to a new thought. And so this week, we're going to go deeper into it. So quantum leap is a term taken from the vocabulary of the physics world, quantum physics to be exact, which is the science behind such technological breakthroughs as lasers. You have televisions, of course, we know computers, space communications, your phones, your iPhone, your computers and laptops. All these things come from quantum physics, you all, as it relates to nuclear energy and energy that we are using. Those are some of the things that quantum physics do. But did you know that quantum physics is also described as the most powerful science ever conceived by human beings? That's interesting. I want you to take a minute and think about that. What is so important about quantum physics, the science behind technology that makes it, you all, one of the most powerful sciences ever conceived by us? Well, here's the reason. It requires a major rethinking of such concepts as time and space and how human consciousness operates. Now, you think in quantum physics is such a deep thing and how you got to be a guy with white lab coat or a girl with a white lab coat on, y'all. Let me tell you something. You're utilizing quantum physics every day in your life when you talk about thinking as it relates to time and space. You see, quantum physics also has staggering implications regarding you and myself because watch, your potential is wrapped up in it. The power of your mind. Let me tell y'all something. Price says this. To put it simply, as human beings, we are going to have to reframe those ideas and how we fit into the universe because a gentleman by the name of Fred Allen Wolf, you all, in his award-winning book titled Taking the Quantum Leap, describes the term as this. It is an explosive jump that a particle or matter undergoes in moving from one place to another. In a figurative sense, taking the quantum leap means taking a risk going off into an uncharted territory with no guide to follow. Now, I want to take a moment and go a little deeper right there because I want you to understand something. If we are taught that we have to make incremental gains in our life, then if you're programmed, the paradigm to make these incremental gains, then that means you're looking at life through a lens that says Unless I do this, I can never have this. Unless I walk up the proverbial steps, I can never get there. And once again, you all, I used to believe the same thing until a gentleman introduced me to this book and said, you know what, Favors, you are on task to do a quantum leap. That means an explosive jump in your mindset, an explosive jump in your finances. And I know my community. So I know all of you all are looking to find some way to generate passive income. You're looking to find some way, you're looking to find some way to generate passive income, to supplement your income. You're looking for a way to get your time back. And that's why you spend a lot of energy on these jobs, guys. But let me tell you something. That job is not your work. Your work is what you were made to do. The job is a means so that you can really start the business and do the work that you were created to do. Now, I know it sounds deep. It's a different mindset. It's a different level of thinking, but that's the reality. Why can't you make an explosive jump? Why can't you go from the mailroom to the CEO of a company? I know it sounds weird, but you're looking at a guy whose favorite movie you all was The Secret to My Success with Michael J. Fox years ago, who happened to went from the mailroom to the CEO of a company because of what he knew, because of the way he allowed education to shape his mind, because he had a skill set in a way where he understood business and knew how to bring this company back to where it was supposed to be. I want to submit to you today, you all, that you have an ability, you have something inside you that you can really tap into. But first, you got to be willing to change a few things. And these are some of the things we teach in our program. You got to have a quantum leap in your mindset, of course, but you got to have a quantum leap in your self-image. Think about that. How you believe about yourself. You got to have a quantum leap in terms of the people who you have around you. Because if you're dealing with people, and hear me now, if you're dealing with people, you all, who are on a frequency of a low frequency, then they're going to get low frequency pay. If you're dealing with people who are on a higher frequency, then they're going to receive higher frequency pay. And of course, I don't knock anyone, you all. Hey, if you love what you're doing and it's not about the money, then hey, that's no problem. But for those of you who understand that even though I love doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to be compensated according to the law of compensation. I'm supposed to be compensated for the value that I'm bringing to marketplace. So for an example, I believe that teachers are some of the most undeserved, undervalued professional people we have on the planet. I used to be a teacher and I put in hours. I was at that school before the sun came up. I was at that school when the sun went down. And I'm going to tell you, well, needless to say, that's why I'm not doing that right now. But I give a hats off and a shouts out to any educators and teachers who are in this system of education, okay? So anyway, you all, we're talking about an explosive jump. What would you do if you could 10x your income? Remember, guys, I have a program that can show you how to do just that. I'm talking about, and we have people who are doing it. I got one young man in our program, and he's already gave a testimony how he tripled his income since he's been in this thing. And it happened with making a decision, which is another one of the quantum leaps you got to make. You got to make a quantum leap in your decision making, in the ability to be persistent. You got to have a quantum leap in your ability to understand that your belief system and your self-image and your standard that you set is something that you're going to need if you want to experience these explosive jumps. Now, here's something else that the author says. He said the explosive jump that a particle or matter undergoes in moving from one place to another. That's the key, okay? You're not making quantum leaps if you're moving sideways. As a matter of fact, I have a hard time when people talk sideways to me, which simply means if you're saying the same thing 4 different ways. Hey, I have a mind. I was blessed to have a mind that I can reason with you. So you don't have to say the same thing 4 different times for me to get the concept and then have the audacity to ask me, does that make sense? Uh-oh, did Doc Favors just say that? Yes, I did. Hey, it makes complete sense. It makes perfect sense. But I want to share this with you all. You're in a season and a time where you can go from one place to the next place and make an explosive jump doing it. And we're going to show you how. So here's the thing. In a figurative sense, taking the quantum leap means taking a risk, going off into an uncharted territory with no guide to follow. Now, that type of risk, you all, is hard for some people. So when we establish our business, we got a awesome young lady who's here working with us, who's on staff now. And I asked her a question. I said, would you want base pay or would you rather take commissions? She looked at me and said, I'll take the commission. I knew right then and there she was the woman for the job. Because if she had said base pay, I would have politely said, I don't know if this is going to work out for you. Because a base pay, you all, keeps you in bondage, keeps you in a place, whereas you're working and trading time for it, right? But if you think about commissions, then that means you're going to get paid on the work and the skill that you have. Did that land with anybody? Did that resonate with you? Think about it. You have a skill set. You have something that you already know how to do that we can monetize and put on Evergreen, where you'll begin to make money while you're sleeping. That's the type of quantum leap that I'm talking about. Your work can be monetized and put on autopilot, you all, and you can make money in your sleep. We're in an age of partnership. Well, that's a video for another time, but I'm telling you, it's possible. We're doing it. Many hundreds of thousands are doing it as well. So here's the thing. Physics or physicists studying quantum mechanics note that particles make these jumps without apparent effort and without covering all the bases between the starting and ending points. Now, I'm going to repeat that again, but I'm going to say it in a way. Imagine making a move and making more money with less effort. Oh boy. Imagine going and seeing yourself, your family, your friends, your business go from one place to another place, and you don't need to have as many people on payroll. You don't have to have as much energy. You don't have to work as many hours. Imagine having a 4-hour workday versus a 12-hour workday. Oh, it sucks. Imagine having a 4-hour work week. And the hardest thing you got to try to find out is where you're going to go golfing at, or where you want to go and congregate and enjoy a meal with someone. See, this mindset, this concept, you all, when it first happened to me, I'm telling you, it blew my mind to say that all I had to do was change and tweak a few things in my mindset, begin to change some old habits and some old paradigms, and I could begin to operate like this. Well, I'm gonna tell you, at 46, I'm semi-retired and I'm loving it. I'm trying to get you all to understand that this small little book is life-changing. It has tapped and touched millions of people. So now think about that. Less effort, less time with greater results. That, my friends, is the concept behind what we're talking about, what we're teaching. That's the reason why we connected with Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher and the Proctor Gallagher Company, because they were doing this. They're doing it. I've seen it with my own eyes. Shucks, I'm experiencing it. Hey, you don't have to believe me. You can go do the research yourself. All I'm saying is this piece right here, this is game changing. So let me read the last little piece for you. It said, what's going on here? How does that happen? And how is it possible for you as an individual to do something very similar in your performance? The answer there, I'm going to give you, that's the end of that piece. The answer is this. It is the way that you change a paradigm. How do you get quantum leaps in your performance? How do you get quantum leaps in your business and your family and your life and whatever you want to do? It's through the paradigm. And how do you change the paradigm? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Number one, a catastrophic event or a serious emotional shift. Say 9/11, the loss of a loved one. We don't want to experience that, and I don't blame you. I don't either. But the way we do it, the way we teach it, it'll benefit you greatly. The way we teach it is through the process and repetition of information attached to elite level coaching. Well, what does that mean, Favors? That means we're going to take you through some programs. We're going to take you through some exercises. And it's going to be broken up into a certain span to where as you break the old habit, replace them with some new habits, form a new self-image, learn how to set goals that are worthy of you. And next thing you know, you'll start you'll start thinking on different frequencies. You'll literally start thinking into results, seriously. And with that, you will become U squared. Now, remember what I taught you all about the double up, and I'm done. U squared 4 times, I think it's 4 or 5 times, can almost 10x you. No matter where you are in your business, I can teach you. If your business is doing $10,000 a month, your $10,000 a month, then we can show you how to get to 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month. If you're only doing $30,000 a year, we can show you how to do $60,000 a year, you all. That's the first double up. Then to $120,000 a year. That's the third double up. And I'm telling you, the reason why I'm so confident we can do it, because it's a science. 2 plus 2 is going to equal 4 in our world, people. Getting money is not hard. You just have to understand the science and learn how to tweak a few things, okay? So with that being said, you all, let me ask this. If this resonated, if this landed with you all, of course, y'all give me some likes and give me some comments down below, because I want to hear from you all. I want to make sure that we're providing a level of high value for you, that this is really touching someone and helping you, okay? And if you're really bold, then put a question. If you got any questions, as a matter of fact, be bold enough to write them down below. Don't just say, good job, Doc, and nice word, Doc. I want to hear from you. I want you all to write some questions so we can gather the information. I know what videos to do that'll just help you. My goal right now as a leader and an instructor and a coach and even a pastor, you all, is to help you achieve the level of success that you want to achieve. I really believe that we can create a life of freedom together. I really believe that you can create a life of freedom. And next thing you know, we'll all be in Cancun, Mexico again, meeting up, or you all to come down here to Jacksonville at our next live event, and we can hug on one another, go eat and fellowship and go out to the beach. We can just live life together. So with that being said, you all, do me a favor, one more favor. Don't forget to share this transmission with someone who you believe needs to hear this information. We have the life-changing information. A lot of people don't even know about the book, never heard of the book. But we're here blowing the whistle so that you can really position yourself and create that life that you want to live. No one should be working 8 to 10, 12 hours a day and all these 60 hours a week and can't even enjoy life. That's not living life. I'm telling you, okay? So with that being said, once again, you all, this is Doc Favors. I thank you all for sharing your time with me. As always, be positive on purpose and not by accident. And don't forget to visit a few of the links down below. We got some free things for you, other videos that you can check out. And we'll see you next time.